reading for you about somebody who is feeling excited, feeling attracted to a person that seems to be the type of person that they're looking for. However, this chemistry or this excitement that someone is feeling is a repeated pattern that should not be repeated. There is a particular type of person that seems to be very effective at convincing you that a relationship is a good idea, but you, a little too late, realize that maybe there's actually still some toxic or overly dramatic energy here. So there's a lesson that somebody is hopefully going to learn, but there have been a couple of attempts to get this person to learn that lesson. Now, this could be about you or someone that you're dealing with, but let's call in spirit with a little bit of wind chime time. And I hope you're having a wonderful day so far. If you're interested in a personal reading, I would love to do one for you. My email address is wickedwandstarot@gmail.com. It's in the description box, as is more information on how to become a member, as well as how to get a candle that I've made off Etsy. Let's start with... What should we start with? We're going to start with the Weird Cat Tarot, because it's adorable, just like you. What else do we have? Lovers in the reverse, Seven of Wands in the reverse, and the Three of Swords in the reverse. So this feels to me like the universe is trying to throw up some red flags for someone, or a big old like stop sign, like, what are you doing? You've already dated someone like that. You know how that goes, or you know how that ends. You know that that person isn't going to treat you right. So with the Three of Swords in the reverse, this is saying you've already healed from something like this. You've already dated someone like this. So you know it's not the right thing for you. But you're over here like thinking about it anyways. You're still tempted. What else? Ace of Wands. Look at how cute this little guy is. Ace of Wands, Page of Wands, and the Star. See, the problem is the person that you're dealing with is someone who has a sense of hope, someone who communicates, and someone who has an inspirational or like magnetizing type of personality. So because of these things, it's like you're able to more readily look the other way on something that is a drawback, something that is a disadvantage. You're impressed by the sparklies. You're impressed by the advantages this person has, but you don't really want to be honest about the drawbacks or the lapses in healing, the things that suggest that they're not really ready for a relationship. So we have the Knight of Swords, Ace of Cups in the reverse, and the Emperor. Yeah, so there is a rushing energy here with the Knight of Swords, moving too quickly. And with Ace of Cups and the Emperor, it's like somebody wants to make sure that, like, I want to get all of the time that I could potentially get with you, even though it might not be the best thing for me. Hello, D7, how are you doing? But you've already conquered this lesson. You've already learned this lesson with somebody else. Eight of Wands in the reverse, so you might be hesitating. I feel like there's something here where you're pulling back and you're like, I don't know. I don't know if I should do that. I'm hesitating because this reminds me of a situation that I was in previously. And that broke my heart. Hello, excuse me. Hello, Mira. How are you doing? I'm doing well. Thank you, D7. So you have this hesitation, and it tells you to think about it before you invest more in this connection. And it could be because there is somebody else here that is capturing your attention as well. With the Page of Pentacles, it's like, I could date this person that reminds me of like 3 different exes of mine, or or I could pursue this new path. That new path could be a focus on you. Sometimes that's what you need, right? The new path could be a new romantic interest, someone who is perhaps a little bit more healed or a little bit more capable of treating you the way that you deserve to be treated. This is the Poe Tarot. What else do we have? Eight of Quills, or the Eight of Swords. Arousing from the most profound of slumbers, we break the gossamer web of some dream. So we have someone who is able to see through the illusion if only they like wake themselves up. It's like they're trying to avoid falling into an illusion or under a spell where they feel like something is right when it really isn't, or when they feel like someone is considerate or loving when they really aren't. I'm doing well, thank you. So we've got the Page of Paws, or Page of Pentacles, which is the same as the last card that we just got from the tarot. This says, upon my touching him, he immediately arose, purred loudly, rubbed against my hand, and appeared delighted with my notice. This, then, was the very creature of which I was in search. So since this is the Page of Pentacles, this is confirmation that we have someone who could get distracted or like seduced by a person that is very similar to people they have dated in the past and already had their heart broken by. And if they choose that person that is very similar to others they've dated in the past, they will miss out on the type of person they are looking for, right? The very creature I was searching for. They will miss out on the type of love they want because they get distracted by the type of love they've already rejected. Two of Quills, which is the Two of Swords. Believe nothing you hear and only one half of what you see. So oftentimes when you are dealing with a red flag in dating life, it is because this person is representing themselves to be something that they are in fact not. That could be non-committal, that could be loving or patient, or funny. I don't know, you can't really fake being funny. This is somebody who is trying to get you to see them as the type of person that you could have a happy relationship with. But in reality, this person has other plans in their mind already. Suddenly, a corner was turned. A blaze of light burst upon our sight. I think this would be someone who takes you by surprise, who lets you think that, yeah, you know what, we're going to move in together. We've been dating for a long time. That sounds great. And then right before you're about to move in together, they tell you they've actually found their own apartment. They're done. They don't want to be in this relationship anymore, and toodles. There is some level of secrecy, or I don't want you to know what I'm really planning or choosing or thinking. And this reminds you of a relationship you've already dealt with in the past. So that's why it's coming through as you've already learned this lesson. You've already conquered this problem. So you don't need to learn it again. Especially when the Page of Pentacles, there's someone here who would be the type of lover that you're looking for, or who would love you the way that you want to be loved. But you could potentially miss out on that wish fulfillment if you view this person from your past as a better choice, or this person who reminds you of your past. 5 of Pumpkins or 5 of Pentacles, and the Ace of Chalices or Ace of Cups. So we've got, sorry, Ace of Candles or Ace of Wands, which would be someone who is thinking about a new love, or someone who is dealing with some like fresh passion, a new attraction. Like, ooh, I got butterflies and I feel like I need to get to know that person a little bit better because I'm attracted to them. There's this initial attraction stage where someone, like the call to action here is, that's fine, you think that they're physically attractive, but there's also another reaction happening in your mind, which is to say, oh, I've dated someone like that before, it didn't go well, oh well, I guess I just won't like pursue that. But we have this Ace of Wands with is it Tinkerbell? With closed eyes. So it's like, oh, I should know better, but oops. I guess I just, you know, didn't. Hello, Hooks. How you doing? We've got the Knight of Pumpkins or Knight of Pentacles in the reverse, and the King of Potions or King of Cups. Yeah. You have the ability to acknowledge that this is an obstacle you have already dealt with. This is a problem that you have already cleaned up, or one very similar, and you don't need to relearn that lesson. So the King of Cups here has a mouth that is sewn shut, and I feel like that is because you know better, and yet you're not willing to acknowledge, I think even just basically to yourself, that this is someone that you don't need to be dating. What else do we have? 7 of Lightning or 7 of Swords. The Emperor and the King of Lightning or King of Swords. Very decisive energy. And this does not mean that you have to be a man, but this is saying what you've already learned in the past. Your choice is, are you going to leverage that information that you've already learned from the past and make a decision to move forward? Or are you going to lie to yourself and be like, okay, so like if I had glasses, I would pull them down to the end of my nose like, oh no, this is just perfectly harmless, no problem here. It would be just fine. Oh no, they won't, they wouldn't hurt a fly, they wouldn't break my heart, no. But it's a lie. It's just, I want to tell myself that everything is going to be fine because I really do want to get to know that person, you know? Hello, Micmac, what's up? Hello, Catherine, how's your day going? We have Knight of Candles, which is the Knight of Wands. The Ace of Pumpkins or Ace of Pentacles in the reverse. Interesting. And the 10 of Potions, which is the 10 of Cups. So don't feel, you know, physical attraction for someone and convince yourself that you're in love. I think we have someone who's literally like, I fell in love in 2 seconds. No, you didn't. No, you didn't. You just think you did. You just want the naked time. We have someone like who I feel has fallen in love multiple times and who has learned some lessons in love, just totally over romanticizing a connection and feeling like, oh, the only person I want is that person, when you know better. King of Swords, you've already learned this lesson. Emperor, you've already moved beyond something like this. You've already walked away from a relationship just like this, so why would you want to walk right back into it? Just curious, asking for a friend, asking for science. Hello, Carla. Hello, City Glow. Hello, Matt. How are we doing today? Dreamweaver. I like it. We've got the 2 of Pumpkins and the 6 of Candles, which would be the 2 of Pentacles and the 6 of Wands. You would be happy and respected by the other choice, the other person, the Page of Pumpkins, the Page of Pentacles, the new person. But you're over here tempted by the old style, the old stuff, the person who reminds you of an ex. I don't like it. Oh, you got this, Carla. I believe in you. It's spring. New things are happening. We've got 6 of Cups or 6 of Potions in the reverse and the Empress in the reverse. Yeah. So do not fall in love with or get serious with a person that reminds you of another one that broke your heart, especially when there's someone else here who is expressing interest in you, who looks like someone that has healed, that has worked on themselves, and would actually treat you with the respect that you deserve. That sounds pretty good to me. What? Respect? What is that? I don't know what that is. Oh goodness. I almost dropped all of those cards. Whew. That was a close one, you guys. Crisis averted. Alright, this is the Gold Foil Tarot. What else do we have, please? The Knight of Wands, clarifying the Knight of Wands. 5 of Cups in the reverse and the 5 of Pentacles in the reverse. Okay, so that's literally 2 doubles. Okay. So what is the big hurry? Why are we in such a rush? Why do we have to run across the finish line? Why do we have somebody who cannot just like get to know someone first and then know whether or not there should be a relationship? I say this because somewhere out there we have someone listening who knows I should probably like pace myself a little bit slower when I'm pursuing someone or being pursued romantically so that I don't get caught up in it and make foolish decisions, right? How you doing, Lee? Thank you for the tip. Is my ex gonna give me a hard time for custody when she turns 18? Awesome. I have added that for you. I hope not, but we will find out. Hello, Idris. How are you doing? Oh, we've got someone whose username is Narnia. I would say probably, yeah, my favorite book collection would be Chronicles of Narnia. And probably of the collection, if I had to choose a favorite, I think The Horse and His Boy. Which is a weird one, I suppose. Not everyone would choose that. But if you have a favorite Narnia, I would love to know what it is. Okay, so we've got someone who feels like they have nothing to regret or nothing to be nervous about. Everything is great. But the Knight of Wands is here not just because they're rushing through this decision process or not pacing it correctly, but because somebody is thinking without their pants on. That's what I'm gonna call it. Sometimes we look the other way on some of the less than amazing attributes of a person because you find them physically attractive. And I am here to tell you that perhaps don't do that. Stop it. It's just a little bit dark, so I'm going to light another candle. Let's see if that helps a little bit. All right. Yeah, it's a little better, right? What else do we have? Three of Pentacles, Ace of Swords, Two of Cups in the reverse, and the Six of Pentacles. So the truth is, this person is better kept as a friend, or this is someone who's really just focused on their career right now. So they're not going to make room for love. They're not interested in a long-term connection, which means you would end up spinning your wheels. You would end up wasting your time. You would end up constantly questioning if this person is connecting with a third party or if they have a roster. And I don't even think they do. I think this would literally just be them off in their own world, making plans, working on projects, meeting friends. But I don't think they would be cheating. I think they literally are just disinterested. Or even aloof. But here you come. You saw you are very attracted to this person. So it's like, I don't know, man, I'll put up with a little bit more than I probably should, because if this person were to decide to choose me, I would be pretty excited about that. But you're putting up with too much. You're being too patient. I just don't think this person wants to date right now, or I don't think that they are in the right headspace. Thank you, Carla. Let me add that for you. What opportunity am I overlooking? Because I'm too focused on this heartbreak. Is this final? And is he done forever? Am I overlooking a worthy prospect? All right, I have added that for you. Thank you, Carla. Let's see what else we've got for you. Hello, Rachel. How are you doing? Sometimes, Carla, we're just looking for confirmation, right? Rachel, we are 23 minutes in. Yes, thank you for liking and subscribing. I appreciate it. What else do we have? 10 of Pentacles, 9 of Wands. So this is reminding you that to be in a long-term relationship with you is a distinction, okay? It is an accomplishment. So therefore, people need to be worthy of it. People need to be distinguished. You need to be selective. The person that you're considering here, who is very attractive, nice pull. They're totally hot, but like throw them back, catch and release, okay? Because this is not somebody who knows how to treat you. Can they pose next to you for a really nice picture? Sure. Take a couple pictures. Frame it if you want. I don't care. But don't date this person. Looking good and treating you good are two very different things. And if we had to choose one of the two, I would choose the second one for you. You're like, Carmen, that hurts. That cuts me real deep. I just want to be with somebody who's really ridiculously good looking. That's cool. You might get that as well. But this is not someone who knows how to treat you. So, like, you want to file about it? Nine of Cups in the reverse, the Chariot. This ain't what you're looking for. This is not what you want. These are not the droids that you were looking for. Keep it moving. Sorry, I'm getting all bossy. Look, you can date this person if you want, but you would be repeating a lesson. You would be learning something you have already learned. I'm just trying to save you some time. Okay? That's all I'm trying to do. Yeah, Matt, I mean, here's the thing. We all have to have certain things in our life figured out before we can really do, you know, justice to the relationship thing. So focusing on ourselves for a while ain't such a bad thing, right? Getting to that point where we feel better about it. So we have the Two of Cups in the reverse. The Wheel of Fortune in the reverse. Don't like it. Hitching your wagon to this person. This person's horses? Letting this person put their stuff in your wagon? You know, whatever it is. Dating this person. Wheel of Fortune in the reverse. Loss. Okay? I don't think you have to be an expert tarot reader to know that when the Wheel of Fortune comes out in the reverse, things might be going the wrong way. Things might not be as good as you would like them to be. That is because this person doesn't know how to love you. That is because this person is like an emotional sponge. They're not going to make you feel better. Star in the reverse, they're going to make you feel worse. Nine of Cups in the reverse, because they are not what you want. I don't know. You ever have a day where you need to go and find a very particular type of outfit? Maybe you got to go to a wedding and they have a dress code and you're like, oh, okay, I guess I got to go get a new outfit. And you have $150 to spend on this new outfit. And then you go out shopping and you find some cool new headphones instead and you buy that. And then you're like, oh crap, now I can't get the outfit. What am I going to do? If you spend your time with this person who is for sure not going to be able to be in a relationship, then you have lost your budget, you have spent your budget, and now you don't get to hang out with this Page of Pentacles, the person who is actually able to, like, be in a healthy relationship with you. This is someone who would make you happy, but you miss out on that completely because you're distracted by somebody who's hot. You're making me angry, okay? I don't care how hot they are. The Sun and the Five of Swords. You will keep looking at them and thinking about how hot they are as the person of your dreams walks right on by. You're like, oh my gosh, look at how hot that person is. And here's the person of your dreams, right? Walking right past you. And you're like, don't do that. The Page of Spears, the Page of Pentacles. Facing the other way. They cannot see what they cannot see. You miss out on the love of your life because of somebody who's hot. That's not that important. You're nice to look at, but I don't know if I'll care about that in about 20 years. Exactly. Just means more holidays. Hello, Callan. How are you doing? Oh, I hope you're feeling better from that. Yes, I agree. Hello, J7. I don't know, man. If you're obsessed with or pursuing someone else, I'm sorry. I'm not going to stop and be like, hello, I'm your dream girl. I would argue that that does not mean that they are not your dream person. I think it means that they're not interested in being an option. I think they're not interested in chasing someone who's already interested in or dating someone else. That would be a green flag for me. Even if it means I lose out, it means you're not, like, you have respect for yourself. We have the Five of Wands, the King of Spheres, which is the King of Pentacles, and the Four of Swords. This is that new person. Does not mean that they are a man, but this King of Pentacles energy is like that golden retriever energy. Someone who knows how to be loyal and reliable and faithful and loving in a relationship. Someone who has healed from the disappointments or betrayals in their own life so that they're not just like transferring their trauma over to you when they get into a relationship with you. We're going to go with the situations deck. Exactly. What else do we have? Focused. So part of the issue for you all, this is your reading. Part of the issue is making sure that what you get drawn in by is something you actually want. Many of you, I'm sure, have found over years your taste or your preferences change, what you're attracted to, what you're interested in. You might say that person's hot, but you would never date somebody like that. You have a change in terms of what actually draws you in or what you're actually interested in. And I feel like more and more it's motivated by whether or not that person is someone that can actually be in a loving relationship without being toxic. And this is your message or confirmation that the person that you are attracted to is in fact one of those toxic people that you should be running away from. One of those people where you should be hearing those alarm bells because this person doesn't know how to treat you with respect. This person doesn't know how to love you the way that you deserve to be loved. So there's this other person that you are about to meet, and if you are still distracted by the hottie, the hottie with the body, then you miss out on the connection with this person who's actually like relationship material. So the challenge or call to action with this reading is, are you willing to break it off with this person that you find very attractive, but maybe you don't know if there's a future with, in order to make sure that you are focusing on the right type of individuals for your dating experiences, right? Hello, Ryder. What's going on? I hope that is a reference to the Doors. Yes, exactly. All right. Let's move on to the personal questions. We've got Lee up first and then Carla. And this is the Tarot of the Nile. Lee is asking, is my ex going to give me a hard time as far as custody when she turns 18? Yes, there will still be a hard time given. I feel like there's a but. I feel like there's a however. It'll be much more difficult. And with the Seven of Cups in the reverse, so interestingly, we have the Seven of Wands and the Seven of Cups in the reverse. I feel like he's going to find more and more resistance in terms of trying to cause drama for you. And the Seven of Cups in the reverse, I feel, is the clarity with which your daughter sees your ex. Because I feel like things are getting figured out. The puzzle is becoming clearer. And when that happens, then it's like, okay, so now you have to work uphill in order to get someone to like take you seriously, you know? Hello, Denton. How are you doing? What else? The Tower and the Reverse. So your ex will find that his shenanigans are toothless or much less effective after she turns 18. So it's like, I'm looking for new ways to cause frustration. He will always be a pain because that's his personality. Sorry. That's rather judgy of me. I'm just saying, I don't think he's ever going to be mature with regards to interacting with you. The cards, as of right now, show an extreme resistance to like growing up or spiritual awakening. So I do feel like the majority of what you deal with him is, how can I find a new way to like get under your skin, you know? But the thing that changes over time is she becomes much more aware of it. She starts pushing back or getting a little bit more frustrated or vocal with him. Like, maybe you could make this easier by not being a giant turd, you know? Pushing back on him, asking him to grow up. Let's see. All right, I think I'm going to leave it there. Did I miss any? I don't think I did. All right. And also, I think we had somebody say they would like an all signs reading, so I think I will do one of those later today. And we do have April Fools, so maybe I should do something to do with April Fools. All right. I love you all. Thank you for the likes. Thank you for the subscribes. Thank you for hyping the video if you're able to. And I will see you in the next reading. Toodles.